Welcome to a bonus episode of your favorite podcast, Late Entry, hosted as always by Big Body Brunson.
What's going on, Late Entry family?
RBF Kyle.
How we doing?
And your boy Double Dose. We're doing a little special bonus episode for you guys. Got some NFL stuff that needs to be addressed. We've got the schedules that are released. So we're going to give you our way too early predictions of how these games are going to turn out. We're going to revisit that at the end of the season, see how we all did. Also, we're going to go over our top 10 quarterbacks going into the season. And Toph is going to explain the reason we are doing that.
All right, hold on. My Discord going crazy right now. I got to mute all that stuff.
No worries.
All right. Now, for me, basketball's boring. I like to talk about football. So that was my reason bringing it up in there. I know it's a bad time to say it, but the conference finals going crazy. One's a snooze fest. One's actually somewhat entertaining. But for me, I'm a football head. So I don't know about my other two compadres over here, but me, I consume pretty much all kind of podcasts, or the ones that you hate, people you can't stand, or people that you love. And, a very, very controversial young brother by the name of Emmanuel Acho. I know here at Late Entry, we talk about this guy ad nauseum, better or worse. I just found it funny and ironic. Literally just 10 days ago, about like May 14th, May 16th-ish, he was given his quarterback rankings, and he had, Mr. Joseph Burrow in his top 5. And then now, literally, just about 2 to 3 days ago, now he's saying that he is not a top 5 quarterback. We've also seen Chris Sims, just a couple of days ago. Colin Cowherd last week with his, absolutely insane top 10 quarterback list. Pretty much all these guys go off of 3 main criteria: durability, your momentum, and the production. Now, we know if we're going just off of pure talent and just playing the quarterback position, you could argue Joe Burrow could probably be in the top 3. Now, my two co-hosts down here, I don't know about them, but I totally understand, like durability is super important. If you're not on the field every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, whenever they play all these games on there now, you can't help your team win. Granted, he's missed a lot of years in his very short career. But what he's also done in his short career, it's very hard to argue that. So for me, I still have Joe Burrow as a top 5 quarterback. Now my question is to you guys. So you've seen everybody's list out there. How do you guys feel about that? Or, what it would be, your guys top 5, your top 10s. Where are you guys at?
Joe Burrow to me he's still top 5, but I think this is the year that we need to see a full season from him. And if we don't, it doesn't matter how much talent he's got, he's going to have to slide out of it. But yeah, to me, he's just way too good to not keep there. The offense did not do poorly in these last 2 seasons, really, while he was their quarterback at all. And it's all been on the defense and the fact that their front office doesn't want to shore anything up back there. So Joe Burrow has to go full LSU Heisman run every single game, and he gets damn close. He gets his team to 500 when he's healthy, even with bad defenses. So talent's there. Durability is wavering, but I just need to see him get back to the playoffs this year and kind of dominate again.
We'll drop your top 10 on us. Let's see where he winds up. Yeah.
All right. So number 10. Yeah. Actually, I'll start with my honorable mention, Mr. Dak Prescott. Okay. Just barely didn't make my list. Had a really good season last year. As far as stats goes, he's got 2 really good wide receivers. He could have a really good 2027. Next up on my list, number 10, Brock Purdy. Although I think he's very good, I think that the San Francisco 49ers are kind of resetting this year. And I think if he gets them to the playoffs, I think that's above expectations for a lot of people. Number 9, Super Bowl winner Sam Darnold. crack my top 10 because he can do what he's supposed to do in order to get you a win. Just in front of him, my boy on the wall behind me, Mr. Jared Goff.
No way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I'm talking about my predictions for their season this year. You can laugh at my face. Sure, it's my list, but you can just take over and laugh at my face. That's cool.
No, keep going. I'm laughing at his reaction.
Number 7, Jordan Love. I don't think he gets enough of it. So he wasn't on Cowards. I don't even think he was on Acho's. But yeah, to me, I think he's a top 10 talent. And the Packers, although they didn't necessarily get that much better this year, I still think he's got a chance. You know, it's a tough division. I think all these quarterbacks in this division have a chance, Kyler Murray included. Next up, Caleb Williams. Showed a lot of intangibles, showed he's tough. I think just another summer learning from Ben Johnson is only going to make him exponentially better.
What number is this?
That was number 6.
Okay.
Number 5, I got Joe Burrow. He just barely made it for me solely because of what I talked about. He was number 1 for me last year, so I can't do that again and let him embarrass me like that, putting him at 5. Number 4, solely because he's probably going to miss some time, Patrick Mahomes. I think he's tooling up for a comeback year, but I just think that we don't know how much time he's going to miss, so we don't know how good of a season it's going to be for him and the Chiefs. Number 3, I'm going to bet on him until he retires, to Mr. Matthew Stafford. I don't think I even need to explain that one. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Mr. Josh Allen. Is the best quarterback in the league. Hopefully, Bill's going to bounce back here.
Toph, you got any thoughts on his list?
Now, you know what? It's funny. I had Goff, pretty much right there at first. If I had to go honorable mention, I guess Goff would be, number 11 there. But I mean, my and Kyle's lists, they have a lot of the same ones in this. I don't think his is necessarily crazy. I get, because we've slandered Goff's name ad nauseum, on this podcast, but, his Ram stint was not, where they would have liked it to be for a number 1 overall pick. But for the Lions, I can't say he's done everything they wanted to do, but he's got them in some relevancy that, in my lifetime, I've not really seen them get this far. I was there for the Megatron and Matt Stafford, but they never made it to the conference, going 16-1, 15-1?
15-2.
They never done that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I meant just like the regular season.
Oh,
not
I see what
counting
you're
that
saying.
part in it. Yeah.
Got you.
It's the it factor that we always, just want to see from Goff. And, time and time again, they're like, okay, they're right there. And then right when you need them most, he pulls, a Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys, then we crucify for him. And granted, I know it's a team effort, but we put a lot of blame on these quarterbacks. They make a lot of money. Most of the time it is on your shoulders. Granted, the Lions, their head coach does not put them in some good positions at the worst times. And that's not Goff's fault. At the end of the day, he is a quarterback. He's the captain of that team. He's got to hold the blame on there. But I'll go to knock down my top 10 list here. At number 10, I have Baker Mayfield. I'm just not really sure where the Buccaneers offense, especially like the skill players in there. Big Mike, he's not there no more. Chris Godwin, he's a shell of himself in there. So you're really banking on, Ibuka, Jalen McMillan. It's just, it is very dicey there. I know Buck is pretty much hurt all the last year, but I'm just not confident in the skill positions, of the Buccaneers. I know Baker's, pretty much work with, leftovers all his career. So he does make it work with whatever he has in there. But compared to everybody else on this list, I just can't put him above that part in there. But the man's a true warrior. At number 9, I got to give it to Sam Darnold. He did just win a Super Bowl. He has arguably the best wide receiver in the league. I just don't think, he's a world beater, but I got to give him his respects. He did what he had to do at the most important game outside the Super Bowl. He got them there. He outdueled Matthew Stafford. He went toe-to-toe with him. So I got to put respect on Darnold's name. Number 8, my guy, the if man. And I'll go ahead and get this out the way now. We have not done our predictions, but I do have Herbert winning MVP this year. I do think he could do it. I got a lot of faith in Mr. McDaniels. What he did with Tua.
True.
He worked magic, and Herbert has every single physical tool set that you could want. His receiving core, there's no Keenan is really young. So it's really making on QJ, Trey Harris, Ed McConkey, Gadsden. Just got the guy from the Browns. I can't think of his name right now. Tight end, but I do have Herbert on my MVP. I'll go ahead and get this out the way now.
Njoku?
Yeah, Njoku. There we go. Mm-hmm. He's on a 1 year there, so he's there as well, too.
That's great receiving threat.
It's number 7. I had him winning MVP last year, and once again, he's a guy that, a true wild card, a gunslinger. Jordan Love. He can make everything on the field. If Golden does what he's supposed to do, and then if, all the receivers stay healthy, I would not be surprised if Jordan Love, has 45 plus touchdowns, win MVP. I would not be surprised at all because he is that talented. He just has to stay on the field. That's our biggest issue with Mr. Love.
Yep.
Caleb Williams at number 6. He, like I said, I almost put number 5. Like I alluded to right there with Joe Burrow. It's hard for me to just, outsee his talent and what he's done. If he misses another year, he probably is out of the top 5. But I'm going to give him one more year. I think what the Bengals have done, I'd say it's probably the most talented Bengals team overall. I'm not going to say offensively, but what they did in the draft, the offseason, if he stays healthy, I think they should have a pretty well-rounded team. They don't even have to have, a top 5 defense, but just top 15. Stay healthy, just be competitive. Joe Burrow in that offense, he will take you where you got to go.
Yep.
So he is just outside. Caleb Williams is really knocking on that door. Caleb Williams could go way higher up, depending on what the Bears do and what he does this year. And if I already said Burrow, number 4, I got Lamar Jackson. I know he has not had the playoff success that we kind of want, but the man has the MVPs. He's got the talent in there. I can't take that away from him. At number 3, I'm going to do a switcheroo here. I'm going to put Josh Allen at number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to put Bad Back Matty.
All right.
And he let me have it. I crucified this man in the offseason. He let me have it. But, I've been sitting there thinking to myself, watching all these podcasts, what's the difference between Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford right now? Other than age.
Legs.
Okay, other than age, but in terms of accomplishments, he's got the MVP. The same thing that, Josh Allen has. But he's got the ring now as well, too. And Josh Allen has not gotten to the promised land. Matthew Stafford's done it. Of course, Matt's like 50 years old, but that man can still sling the ball. It is hard to say, if you just had 1 year, who do you want playing quarterback out of anybody? Not on the age, if I said to pick a quarterback right now, you put them all out there. Stafford, he's worked with a lot. I know he's got an all-star receiver cast now. But back before that, when he had, Odell, Cooper Kupp, he works with a lot in there. And arm talent, you could probably say maybe the best we've ever seen in the NFL in history. But number 1, Patrick Mahomes. I know it's, the boring pick. He's got the MVPs. He's got the Super Bowls in there. I still like where the Chiefs are at. I don't think, there's a little bit of retooling in there, but, they made some moves. I know their defense is all gone. But I just want to see what they have. Until this man falls off an entire cliff, I can't count this man out. That was pretty long-winded, but that's my top 10.
Toph, we got a pretty similar list. We've got several people in the exact same spot.
This guy laughed at my list, and then I had basically the same list as Toph, other than Jared Goff being on it. And now he's like, "Hey, good job, man." Go ahead, buddy. Let's hear your list.
I think he and I had 7, 6, and 1 all exactly the same. We have 2 and 3 flipped, so very close. You had someone I thought were egregious. You got Mahomes at like 5. You got someone else crazy at like 4.
Yeah, I'm at 3, I think.
He had him at 3, or you had him at 1. I had him at 4.
Yeah. And
I
who
had
did you have
Matthew
at 5?
Stafford
Four.
3.
I thought
I
you
said
had three.
because he's probably missing time.
And,
Yeah,
and
because
who did,
like he's missing a
who'd
good
you-
amount of time.
Who'd you have at 5?
Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So
that's right where I had.
That's where Toph had him. Toph and I had 9, 7, 6, 5 all lined
Yeah,
up.
we probably had the most.
I cannot wait to revisit this after the season.
Me neither. I can't wait to repost you laughing in my face. I'm serious. I can't wait.
All right, look. So, as we've if you've been tuning into us for the last, year plus, you know that when it comes to the quarterbacks, my big thing is the force multipliers. And so what that means, if you're hearing this for the first time, how much can you individually, when everything is going wrong across the board, the defense, the rest of your team, the scheme, none of it's working, how much can you individually as the quarterback put that cape on and affect your team's winning possibility? And so when I did my top 10 list, mine is, I'm going to start at honorable mention to 10 all the way down to 1. And that is going to be in basically increasing order of how much I think that you can impact the game, for 1, and 2, what have you proven so far? It's a combination of the two of those, your accomplishments plus your ability to drag your team against all odds to the finish line.
I thought you said you based it on what they're going to do this upcoming season.
It is. This is my projections based off those two things for this upcoming season.
Okay.
Just
clarify.
So I want to come out here and say this is no shade at all. Sam Darnold is not on the list, only because what is asked of him was not as much asked as some of the other players. The Seahawks were exemplary because they had a very good talent dispersed amongst everywhere. You had everyone could do their jobs and no one had to be a hero. And so because of that, it's hard for me to put Sam Darnold in with the heroes. But he wasn't asked to be a hero. So it's not his fault. And the Seahawks are still going to be good. So this is not a knock on Sam Darnold. But he's not on the list. That being said, you know who else not on that list? Jared Goff, because that motherfucker cannot impact winning at all. That man can drive the car. Whatever kind of car he's in, that's the way he can drive. If he in a sports car, he can go fast. If he in a beater, he gonna get to work late. That's all that it is, bro. He cannot impact anything at all. And I love him. That's my quarterback. And I hope that the Lions are good, and I hope that we're talking about Goff for MVP. But if he is Goff for MVP, it's not going to be because he's dragging us there. It's going to be because everything else is working the way that we want it to. Yep.
Really quick, because you just said that. If Goff was to win an MVP, where does he end up on the list then? I'm just curious.
I cannot see Goff winning an MVP that I think that he deserves.
Okay.
If Goff wins an MVP, which I don't think is out of the realm of possibility, he won't be doing something that someone else couldn't replicate. You couldn't take somebody else who's probably 1 through 12 and put them on the team and get the same result. If Goff wins the MVP, it's because all these ball guys that we hired in the offseason are calling good offensive plays. It's because our offensive line is actually blocking. It's because we're not just running up the gut 3 times in a row, and maybe we're doing some punting. That's how Goff wins the MVP. It's not going to be because he went out there and changed life by himself. Everybody else on the MVP or on the top 10 list, like I said, increasingly can do that, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at with Goff. And like I said, he's my quarterback. I love him. I have no hate toward him, but we gotta start splitting hairs when we get
Stop calling him your quarterback, but
he is my quarterback.
he doesn't want to be.
Bro, you and Matt make it seem like if I don't just be glazing somebody for no reason.
No, it's because you literally just I get it. Like Sam Darnold, yeah, he got it done with his team. I think that anybody on this top 10 list, on my top 10 list, on Toast's top 10 list, on your top 10 list, could have won a Super Bowl with that team, with that defense.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why he's not on my list.
Okay, and I don't think the same could be said for the Lions teams. Like every time that Jared Goff got us there, we didn't have world-breaking defenses ever. We never had show-stopping defenses the whole time Jared Goff's been a Lion. We've had, I think our best defense was like a top 13. We've never been like best of the best at defense.
Yeah,
had,
and you know what else? And you know what else? A backup quarterback could come out here and throw 4 interceptions at the Vikings on Christmas.
Yeah, I understand that. He had a really
that's
bad
it.
year.
That's it. I know he
He
had
had
a
a
bad
really
year. That's
bad
why
year.
he's not on the top 10 list, Kyle. That's
Okay.
exactly why he's not on the list. Yes, I'm aware he had a bad year.
Okay. Carry on
All
with your
right.
list then, your actual list, instead of talking about who's not on it.
Well, I had to address the two people that were on you guys' list. You're so salty. Let me do my thing. All right. Look. My two honorable mentions. Two people that I am buying low on that I think could have a better year and vault into this top 10 list. And that is going to be, for all the reasons that you said already, Toph, Justin Herbert. And it is also going to be, we've seen 1 year of greatness and we've seen 1 year riddled with injuries and mediocre play. That's Jaden Daniels. I think both of them have the opportunity to play themselves back into the top 10.
I wanted to put him on there so bad, but I couldn't do it.
Same here.
Yeah. And yeah, at least Herbert we've seen like in the playoffs last year, I saw enough. That I watched that game, and the year before that is when he had as many interceptions in the playoff game as he did in the regular season. So we've seen the highs and the lows. But last year, that man was the force multiplier going against the Patriots defense that that was given nothing to the whole, you know what I mean? It was one man. It felt like watching Endgame and you saw Captain America going against Thanos' whole army. Like So, but they lost. So, and he's honorable mention. We could get in there though. At number 10, they got my boy Pickens on the franchise tag. They still got CeeDee Lamb. They got Javonte. They got a good O-line. They got some more pieces in there too on the defense. I think Dak could have a good year. He's also probably the most likely to slide out of the top 10 and give one of those other guys a spot. So I got Dak at number 10. He's capable of making the big throws. He can do it with his legs a little bit. He's at the bottom of the barrel of force multipliers, but I have seen him multiply some force before. So we got Dak at 10. At number 9, solely because of the lack of accolades, is Baker Mayfield so low. Baker Mayfield is one of the people I think of in my head as a force multiplier, as fuck it, I'm going to win us this game. It does not matter. Like, against all odds, throwing it, running somebody over, getting hit, and waking back up just so you can talk shit. Baker Mayfield is a dog. And it is, again, only due to lack of accomplishments is he so low. But I absolutely love his intangibles. At number 8, somebody that I think, because of accomplishments, is still in this list, had a horrific year last year, but has done enough so far, and if they have the right offensive scheme, can do enough to stay in here or go higher. Jalen Hurts. We're going to see, was the offensive coordinator the reason that you weren't throwing down the field, or are you going to be a bust? I can't put you any higher, but I can't put you any lower. You've done just enough to stay in that top 10, but we're going to see how this is kind of I feel like a prove it year for Jalen Hurts, which is crazy.
Almost like
2 years after winning the Super Bowl, it's crazy that we're talking about you like this, but you literally looked terrible last season. So we're going to see. Number 7 and 6, I have the exact same ones as Toph. Number 7, I have Jordan Love. Number 6, I have Caleb Williams. And they're 1A, 1B with each other. I think Jordan Love and he's watching him, it makes me so happy. I feel like I'm seeing younger, more rough, but potentially not as talented, but we got a young, we've got a young Aaron Rodgers over here that we just hope can keep that ceiling, can keep growing. But I've seen so many good flashes of him, and I love it. Caleb Williams is a fucking another level, bro. That man is an absolute athlete. So much raw talent, but you be throwing some bad turnovers sometimes. So we need to see you hone that in. I think, Kyle, you mentioned it. You got another year to work with Ben Johnson. I think that great things could be happening. Caleb Williams is the most likely person to break into the top 5, and he's right there on the fringe of it. All right, number 5 and number 4, we have two quarterbacks that have absolutely hurt their legacy over the last year, 2 years. At number 5, we're going to have Lamar Jackson. My brother was not able to stay healthy last season. I expect more from him. I think that we will see more. Still in the top 5 situation. The game that they lost to the Steelers, it was not Lamar's fault. That man did everything he could do. He was throwing some touchdowns. They lost it because the kicker missed the kick. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes sometimes. But you missed the playoff. Then you were hurt. Still in the top 5, but the people that are above him, we've seen more from. just last year. You know what I mean? And when you get to that top 5, I feel like it's always based off of how did last year go? Because we know that you're not dropping out the top 5. It's just where are we shuffling you around at? So Lamar is number at 5. Number 4, and this is one of the biggest skeptical number 4s I've ever had before, is someone that I had at number, I think, 2 last season, is Josh Allen. I can't unsee that playoff game against the Jags, dog. I can't unsee it. I can't see him turning the ball over. Was it either right before halftime or right after halftime? Terrible. Just let that. I think it was right before halftime. They were driving down the field trying to put some points up, and he just put that boy on the floor. Josh Allen, you really need to show us something. You out here battling the quarterback Keon Coleman situation after that last season. It was bad, dog. It was bad. That's a terrible way to lose. I'm sorry, it wasn't the Jags. It was the Broncos. I misspoke. It was the Broncos game that happened.
Yeah.
They barely beat the Jags. But, yeah, Josh Allen, we need to see more. That was last season was supposed to be his season. You had everything work out to where everybody in the AFC died. And it was just you versus a bunch of young guys, and you couldn't win more than one playoff game. Should be ashamed of yourself. It needs to be a revenge tour for Josh Allen this season. That was the season after an MVP. That's what he gave us. Trash. Number 3, I have Matt Stafford. You guys have already talked about Matt Stafford enough. We know exactly what he represents, and you got him. He's got 2 more years on his contract because they just gave him 1 more. You know what weapons he's got. You know the skill level he's got. You know he's a Super Bowl MVP. Matt Stafford, hey, go out here and get another one. Number 2, the man of the hour that we have brought us to this conversation, Joe Burrow. We could talk about the durability. We could talk about the fact that he's missed games. We could also talk about the touchdowns and the air yardage and the fact that you were basically, we talk about force multiplier. I'm talking about him and Jamar Chase versus the world every week. And we got to score 500 million points just to stay in the game and try to get to 500 and try to squeak into the playoffs. We could talk about the fact that he's been injured and missed time, but I don't know who has not had a situation like that where you have no offensive line help. Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck couldn't do it. You know what I mean? You take enough hits. Andrew Luck was one of the most talented quarterbacks we've ever seen before. Retired early because he was getting the shit beat out of him. And that's the comparisons that Joe Burrow has gotten. But when he is healthy, when he's able to get a second to throw the ball, we're talking about the one man who's gone into Arrowhead and outgunned Patrick Mahomes and gone to a Super Bowl and lost a very tight Super Bowl. Let him have a few seconds to throw the ball and not get smoked on every single play. Joe Burrow is, for a guy who's not a really big runner, is someone that is shown some of the highest level of taking a group of talent that shouldn't be here over here. And at number 1, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. And nobody really beat the man with Patrick Mahomes. Last year in the playoffs, you saw a lot of subpar quarterback play. You know what I mean? Subpar to mediocre. Some guys play well, but no one was on the Mahomes level. There's nobody out here that's consistently doing it better than Mahomes. And yes, maybe he misses a game or 2 games to start the season off. But I'm not talking about the team level. I'm talking about the quarterback play itself. Patrick Mahomes is that guy. And in order for someone else to take that number 1 spot, I got to see something crazy from somebody. And we might see it. It might be the year that Josh Allen finally steps up. It might be the year that Lamar breaks through. It might be the year that Caleb Williams makes that jump, because Caleb Williams has got some crazy raw talent. But the level of versatility in the pocket, we're going to have to see how he comes off the injury, if he can still move around. He's not really a runner, but he's a scrambler. But if you can keep buying time and keep making those throws, nobody has done it better than Mahomes in a very long time. So that's my top 10 list.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
I can't hate on it. I can't. I respect you guys picking Mahomes at 1. It was hard for me to drop him to 4. The only reason I'm doing that is because this is not a small injury. You know, I don't want us to make light of a 30-year-old getting a busted knee. And, you know, he's had some knee tweaks in the past. I don't remember if it was that same knee where he's missed time for it. But, yeah. And, I mean, it's also tough for me to put Joe Burrow ahead of Josh Allen because of, I mean, yeah, he got to 1 Super Bowl, but the consistency of what Josh Allen has done for his team is a lot more than just those two playoff games where he limped through the Jags and then threw it away for the first time in his career in a playoff game. Go ahead.
quick question for you. All these years that Joe Burrow has been injured, all these years that Josh Allen has been healthy, which one's done better in the postseason? On less attempts, you've gotten further.
Right. But you haven't got back. I mean, what healthy or not,
Josh
he had a
hasn't
healthy
been
season.
there. Josh keeps choking
But
before he gets there.
Joe hasn't even got back to the playoffs.
Hey,
He
look,
still got to the game, though.
at the end of the day, Josh has had all these chances healthy.
Look, I'm just going
And
off
done
your
nothing.
criteria here too. What you're saying is a force multiplier who's going to help you win when it's on their back. That is literally Josh Allen to a T. That's what he does. He has had nobody for 2 years, and he's always relevant. Like, he's not no Patrick Mahomes putting up a whatever ref guided season in 2025. He's not, this was all him. And then he has a bad quarter and a half, and you want to chastise him.
I am 100% with you if this was last year. And if you remember last year, I came in singing the praises of Josh Allen. I said he was going to win MVP. I said all of that. I said everything you're saying. The biggest issue I got with Josh Allen right now is he should have been in the Super Bowl from the AFC, and he blew that.
I also think Burrows 1-0 against Allen in the playoffs.
Okay, you might be right. I'm not sure off the top of my head for that. But I do know
They
that
only played once, but they beat him pretty badly.
Josh Allen had Moses came and opened up the Red Sea of the AFC and said, Burrow and Mahomes are both out. Lamar is out. Of those top 5, you're the only quarterback healthy. Go win a Super Bowl. And he shit all over himself against the Broncos. I cannot look past that going into these rankings here.
Yeah, Broncos got a good defense, and he had nobody still. So, he had James Cook. That's about it.
Yeah. The only thing for me, because I know, Dose, you had Hurts on there. I had Hurts at number 8. When I sat there and thought to myself, I'm going to think about this for a while. Like, let's just say the tush push is gone. What else does Hurts have? Just as playing the quarterback position, he doesn't throw. If he can't get those, I don't want to say cheap touchdowns that he gets, but I want to say maybe half of his game. Because the only one that can do that, nobody else can really do. I know Josh does sometimes, but outside of, him getting goal line touchdowns,
well,
I don't know if I'm picking Hurts over, all the other signal callers out there. I know, his big thing is don't turn the ball over. But me, like I said, I need a force multiplier, and I don't think Hurts is that guy. So kind of like using, Meniere's metric.
Mm-hmm.
Just me personally, I was like, that's why I had to take him off the top 10. I know he's won a Super Bowl. I don't think that was a team win. I'm not trying to take that away from him. But for me, that's why he wasn't on my top 10. But he was on there, but then I had to think about it.
If you take just Jalen Hurts out of your top 10, I'm not going to sit here and have an argument with you about, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that I feel so strongly about where it's like, hey, I'm going to fight for Jalen Hurts. What I will say is that you can't say if you take it out because it's in right now. So as long as he still gets touchdowns from that, it's still helping. It's still multiplying that force.
Sure.
So many other teams
I'd have been in the same spot that I'm like.
So many other teams tried to replicate that, and only really the Bills have been able to really do anything with that. The fact that you can squat 400 pounds and then put you under that line and you get it done, that is you being the force multiplier. 4th downs, 3rd downs, touchdowns. That's Jalen Hurts. Now
that's his thing. I also think it's almost going to make a detriment to him now. Him and his team.
But the other thing is too, he can still run, and you've got he can still run anyways. But you've got Saquon. Yeah. You can still run options. You can still run options, and that's
really do that much with them though.
They've kind of chilled on it a little bit at times.
But that's been that was my big thing when I talked about him. As I said, look, what's their offensive coordinator going to do this season? Are we going to see your last one held you back from throwing that bitch down the field and running? And it was the OC's fault, or is it going to be, all right, maybe you're not the guy? This is the year to find that out. What I will say is that every single year of his career, since high school, he has had a different offensive coordinator. And in that time he's been in the NFL with all these different offensive coordinators, he went to a Super Bowl and lost. He had a down year. They replaced the offensive coordinator. He won a Super Bowl. They replaced the offensive coordinator again, and they did poorly. So if history repeats itself, he's going back to the Super Bowl this year with the new offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I think for me, I want to see, is it Dylan Hurts that just want to throw it? Or is it the OC that's holding him back? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's
Because
where I'm
I
at.
think he can throw. Because you see him, I know it's flag football, but he has a nice deep ball. It's not like he can't do it. The Devontae Smith, the dagger, and the swirl, like that was a
Oh
thing
yeah.
of beauty.
Oh
But
yeah.
for me, I'm just kind of perplexed. I was like, is it him or is it just the OC is not letting him just just air it out? So I think this year, with the AJ thing, I've heard reports of him maybe going to the Rams or maybe not necessarily the Patriots, but Devontae Smith, I love Devontae Smith. I know he's not the most fantasy guy, but I think he could have a big season. And I'm
He could
intrigued
be
to see what
creative.
the Eagles look like. And they got Makai. So if you're gonna
Mhm.
get a guy in the first round, you better throw that ball.
They
Throw
also
that
true.
pill.
they also I think got two other receivers, one from Green Bay and one
They
from
got Eli
somewhere else.
Stowers for Vanderbilt, the best
Yeah,
receiving
Oh,
tight end.
nice.
Well,
Okay.
outside of Gideon Sadiq, but just like pure, like he man can't block at all. But that man can go. He's basically a wide receiver playing tight end.
and they got someone from Green Bay too. I forgot which one that was.
Oh, Wicks, your boy.
Wicks,
Well, I didn't
Dontavian
say
Wicks.
Dontavian
Yep,
Wicks.
Dontavian
Ooh.
Wicks. Yep.
An
Yeah, so
underrated
Sneaky.
receiver.
So they
Yeah.
what they did, they said with or without AJ, we're going to make sure you have people to throw to. We're
Mhm.
all going to find out, yourself included, Jalen, can you throw this bitch or not? Because we're not going to have any doubts about are we letting you throw the ball? Can you do it? Because we're going to give you a
It's
million
just-
receivers.
A lot of people are kind of worried that Sean Manning has never, been an OC, never called plays before in his life. I mean, he's a former quarterback, played in the league. It's just a lot of unknown. But I guess Shane Steichen also never did that as well, too. We saw what he did. So Sean Manning, man, like I said, you got your canvas. Apparently him and Hurts, they've been getting together pretty well. So we about to see. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good season.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, let's get into these schedule releases. We're going to go through and give you guys, we're going to pull the schedules up for our teams, go through and tell you guys, what we think is going to be a win and a loss. And then, like I said earlier, we're going to revisit that at the end of the season. So I'm going to pop out here. I'll hit the Packers and then the Lions, and then Kyle can take that right into his Lions. We can compare the two of those. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching this for the first time, I am a Packers fan and a Lions fan. I'm not going to get into the origin of that tonight, but starting off the season opener, we've got Packers versus Vikings. We're going to go ahead and take that one. Packers up one right there. Kyler, JJ McCarthy. I don't think it matters, bro. We going to do this. Packers versus Jets. It's going to be great starting the season off 2-0. Packers versus Falcons. 3-0. Oh my goodness. We haven't played a real quarterback yet in 3 weeks. Packers versus Buccaneers. Now, this is where it starts getting dicey, right? Because you could look at this as they've gotten comfortable. They've played 3 nobodies to start off with, and now they weren't ready for the real test. Or you could look at it as they've got some real momentum going in. Toph kind of brought up their offensive weapons for the Buccaneers. I'm going to go ahead and say that a real close one, Packers win. So we started 4-0. Now we got Bears. Packers. This is what dreams are made of right here. I do think that the Bears and the Packers are going to split one each. So I'm going to go ahead and say we take our first loss of the season right here to Bears week number 1. It could be this one. It could be the later one. But I'm going to say it happens here. Cowboys, Packers. If there's one thing that the Packers love doing, it is ruining Jerry Jones's night. We taking this one here too. I also think that the Packers and the Lions are going to split one. If the Lions are able to do what we think that they're going to do, they're going to bounce back and not be as bad as they were last season. I'm still having nightmares about Jared Goff seeing Micah Parsons coming out. So I'm thinking we're going to split. I think that they are going to beat the Lions here. I think the Lions will beat them later in the regular season. I think as things get rolling, I think it's going to take the Lions some time to gel. So I think that the Packers will be able to jump on them right here. Panthers versus Packers. Obviously, that's going to be Packers. Packers versus Patriots. This is a real dicey one, but I think my quarterback is a real nigga, and I think that the Patriots is a fraud. And I think the Patriots are going to have hella issues already from the distractions of Rossini Gate
Vrabel strong, baby.
I don't expect the Patriots to have a fantastic season this season. To be honest with you, they might still be in there competitive, but it's not going to be last year. Packers are taking them right there. Back to Packers versus Vikings.
At the halfway point, they're 8-1. Just want to clarify that.
Oh wow.
So the only one that I said that they've lost to was the Bears.
The Bears.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for keeping track of this, by the way. So Packers versus Vikings, we taking that one. Packers versus Rams. I think we will take our second loss to the Rams.
All right. In LA too. In LA.
Yep. I think we'll take our second loss to the Rams. They're a perpetual team that's going to give somebody the business. That's not someone that I want to see ever on any schedule. Packers versus Saints. I've said this before. Tyler Shuck, hell nah. Packers versus Bills.
Trap game.
Nah, hell nah. I'd be more scared of the Panthers being the trap game than the Saints.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. All right, so you're 10-2.
Packers versus Bills. Let's say that we're gonna drop one more.
All right. Damn, that's 3 losses in 4 weeks. The media is gonna be eating y'all alive.
It's all right, bro. Sometimes you gotta take some losses. we gotta get our mind right going.
I'm sorry, 2 losses in 3 weeks. Sorry, yeah,
we
but
gotta get our minds right going into the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins versus Packers. Malik Willis gonna be real amped up. Try to go out here and show that y'all should have kept me.
Hell yeah.
But at the same time, Malik Willis is throwing to Malik Washington. So Packers are going to take this.
Yeah.
I said Packers and Bears are going to split. So we're going to wind up taking the Bears on December 25th on Christmas. Happy birthday to me. I get to talk shit. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas to me. Get to talk shit to all my colleagues out here in Chicago. Texans versus Packers. Go ahead and give us another dub. And Lions versus Packers, like I said, I think the Lions will, by the final week in the season, if they're still playing for something, both of them, I think this is going to be where the Lions get back at the Packers.
That's 13-4.
Yeah?
13-4. Yeah. See, the only losses are
respectable.
Lions, Bills, Rams, Bears. I could see it. There's potential for it. Yeah.
I was gonna say. That sounds right to me.
I would say the Packers are probably the better team versus most of those other opponents that you know. I mean, there's a couple that'll be closer than I think we're thinking about because yeah, it's. I was about to say it's August. It's not even close. It's May, and we're way. A lot can happen. A lot can change. But
I watched the Packers go out here against the Bears, and if it wasn't for Brandon McMinus 7 points, who is finally gone from my team. Thank God. They were out. Tucker Kraft, Micah Parsons, and several players on the offensive and defensive line and linebackers, and still we're up on the Bears. I think we get our guys healthy. I think it's going to be hell to pay. Now, granted, I think that the Lions and the Bears it's going to be, I think, one of, if not the hardest division in all of the NFL, which is why I have them splitting with both of those teams. But I think that everybody else rolling through. There's probably going to be 1, maybe 2 losses that I didn't predict here that'll pop up in here, but it's not. I don't see anyone other than the teams that I said that I'm like, oh, I'm so scared of the Panthers. I'm so scared of the Saints. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like they can't beat the Bills or they can't beat the Rams or they can't sweep the Lions. It can go either way.
Now, I was thinking earlier that Falcons could be that trap game week 3, but then I saw it was at 7:15, which is 8:15 Eastern. Prime time. Tua is gonna fold like a hospital bed. He's gonna fold like a futon. Toph, I'm so sorry to do it to you, but your boys in prime time.
Is that in Green Bay too?
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's gonna Green Bay. It could be on the East Bay. It could be in Uka Uka Lake. Hey, Packers.
It's the last week of September. It's going to be like 52. That's That's like 30 to Tua. So it's going to be really cold for him.
East Bay, hairspray. Packers are 5. All right. So that's it for that one. We're going to bounce over to the Lions. Okay. So let's start right off. Lions versus Saints. Tyler Shuck. Hell no. Lions versus Bills. I think we're going to definitely take a loss of the Bills. Week 2, all this stuff trying to gel still together. In prime time, I think we're going to start our season off right there with the loss week 2. Then we go. They play very similar schedule to the Packers. It's kind of funny. I think it's going to wind up similarly.
We're in the same division, so
yeah. That's why we play the Jets, is because we're in the same division.
Yeah. We're gonna play that entire. We play one entire conference. We're gonna play the Jets, the Bills, the Patriots, and who's there for it? The Giants. No,
Okay.
the Giants are NFC. Wow, I'm tripping. Jets, Patriots, Bills. Who's their fourth? Oh, Dolphins. That's the division that the NFC North's paired up with this year.
This motherfucker screwed his glasses all the way up to say that. Actually. All right, so Lions versus Jets. That's going to be the Lions. Lions versus Panthers. I think that's going to be a closer game than we think, but I do think it's going to be the Lions coming out ahead. I'm putting my faith in the fact that we're going to figure this out this offseason. I will feel more strongly about the Packers' chances than the Lions, but I am trusting. This is the last time. If I get burned, I'm done. But I'm trusting Dan Campbell and the vision this season. We're going to see. They got too many bald people over there for there not to be one brainiac. Somebody's losing hair because they got brains. So, Lions versus Jets, that's us. Aaron Glenn, sorry we had to do it to you. Lions versus Panthers, us again. Lions versus Cardinals. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think Jacoby Brissett going to be out here slanging it. But Lions get it done. Lions will lose this first game to the Packers, I think I said already. The Lions better sweep the Vikings this year, I swear. Bro, if they lose to the Vikings one time, that might be it for me. Lions over the Vikings, November 1st. Lions over Dolphins, that should be an easy dub. Lions over Patriots. This is going to be a battle of which team, if the Patriots are bouncing down, the Lions are bouncing up. We're going to see how that winds up. It wouldn't surprise me to lose this game, though. It really wouldn't. I'm taking the Lions' loss to the Patriots. I'm also thinking, damn, this is tough. It's a nice little stretch we got here. Patriots, Buccaneers, Bears. Another close game with the Bucs. I'm hoping that we take that too, just because of the lack of weapons. So we'll take Lions over Bucs there. This is Lions and Bears. I think that we will.
Thanksgiving game?
It's Thanksgiving. Is it Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I can't tell. Let me see.
November 26th? I need to know that actually before I answer this question.
Yes, that is the Bears game.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we play like 4 days prior. Fuck.
Yeah, Lions and Bears on Thanksgiving, 4 days after we play the Buccaneers. It is a Thanksgiving game. You know how the Lions get down. We about to lose and ruin my Thanksgiving. Lions will lose to the Bears on November 26th, and Lex's dad and I will be out here throwing a fit together. Who wants pie? December 6th, Lions versus Falcons. Again, I think that we're going to have to handle the Falcons. It scares me. Now, this is a noon game. This is a noon game toward the end of the season. If the Falcons pull off an upset here, would not surprise me in the slightest. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Lions here. Lions versus Titans. If we lose this game, it would be insane. But stranger things have happened. I'm still rocking with the Lions. Lions versus Vikings, part 2. Got to wrap that up. Lions versus old Jackson Dart. Old Jackson Dart. We're going to talk about him in a little bit.
Dart?
We're going to talk about him in the regular podcast. But, yep. Lions versus Giants. I think that we're gonna have to run it back from last year and do the same thing again to him. Jahmyr Gibbs got some more yardage to eat up on y'all. So Lions over Giants, and then Lions get the revenge back on the Bears January 3rd. Lions versus Packers. I think I said that I had the Lions winning that one in my last one. So Lions win there. What does that total me up at, Kyle?
I lost count at a certain point. I got your losses at Bills, Packers, Patriots, Bears, and then Bears again. So 5. So they're 12 and 5.
No. We split with the Bears.
Oh, okay. So 13 and 4. They'd tie the Packers, and it would come down to a tiebreaker.
And that would not surprise me in the slightest.
No,
it won't surprise me at all. But
But then
If
what
they
do the
completely-
Bears do? Yeah.
Well, I have them split in two. That's what I'm saying. I think that this is
Right.
going to be. I think this is going to be a very much a 3-horse race, for the division. Like I think that we're gonna. I think, and I said this last year too, I think that we're gonna send 3 teams from the NFC North. One's going to win the division, 2 are going to be wild card seeds, and they're all going to have amazing records. But if one of those teams is going to fuck it up, it'll be the same as last year. It'll be the Lions. The Packers and the Bears are not taking steps back. The Lions hopefully should. Yeah. The Lions hopefully should
take a step forward. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So up to me now, right?
Yes,
I mean, same schedule you just read off. Week 1, Saints. I also have a win. Week 2 against Buffalo, I also have a loss. So we're sitting at 1-1. I think it's going to be closer than we think. I think the Lions they've flopped against the Bills the last few times. I could see this one already on Dan's blackboard, and he's already sitting there thinking about how to get this done, Next up against the Jets, once again, sorry, Aaron Glenn, but we're 2-1. We're going to beat the Panthers as well, even though Bryce Young's going to have his best season this year.
That's debatable.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, you just traded him away to me, so you definitely don't
Kyle
want him
got
to.
him in that dynasty league. He needed that.
I need it. I'm trying to manifest that shit, dude. I am trying to manifest that.
Both of y'all need something from Bryce Young.
Next up, we got the Jacoby Brisket Revenge Tour versus our new OC, Drew Petzing. Obviously, he doesn't get to go against the offense, but he's going to want to prove something. But I still, once again, think the Lions take that one. I actually have us beating the Packers in after our bye week. I feel like based on what the Packers schedule looks like before that, they're going to be coming off hot on the Cowboys win, and the Pistons are going to catch them slipping off of a bye. Pistons, the Lions. I'm sorry, I'm still heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken about what happened earlier this week. We've been talking so much basketball. The Vikings are going to get swept. I agree. It's going to be closer than we think. Once again, I think both of those games will come down to a 1 possession, but give me a win over the Vikings. So right now I got them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have
6-1.
6. I'm keeping track.
Okay. Dolphins, we got to win that one as well. 7-1. Then we go to Germany against the Patriots. I think Amon-Ra is going to have a hell of a game. I just hope that Jared Goff doesn't get jet lagged. I think if
I'm sorry,
in Germany,
I'm sorry, your concern is about the quarterback.
Nope, I was just throwing it out there.
You said this was in Germany?
Yeah, it's in Germany, this game.
Oh, his mom's from there. He's about to go off.
He's about to go crazy, and I think Jerry's going to pull through for his boy.
Okay.
I was throwing that out there because you just talk so much shit. It's called a callback.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Can I say something real fast? I'm not even talking shit. Here's my biggest concern about what you're saying, because yes, you're 100% right. Amon-Ra's going to have motivation to get that done in Germany. You know what scares me? Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gonzo
might be stuck on. He might be stuck on JMO though too. I mean,
I think Gonzo plays more outside though.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're going to be matched up too much.
We'll see. I mean, they'll probably move him around somewhat to be on Saint, but the Lions will also probably call some switch ups so that Saint can have some good coverages. They're going to have him wanting to get like 14, 15 catches that game. So if you got St. Brown in a dynasty league, cough cough. Play him that week.
Used to.
Next up, the Bucks. I think I find this as a weird track game for us. We're going to be so high, 8-1. We're going to lose to the Bucks after that. Then we're going to win on Thanksgiving against the Bears. So we're 9-2. I agree that this Falcons game kind of feels like a trap game to me. I actually have us losing 9-3. Beating the Titans, beating the Vikings, beating the Giants, sweeping the Bears, and then losing to the Packers.
Okay. So we got 4 losses. That's what I have too, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just different orders.
I think literally it's just the Tampa versus Patriots. I think that's the only difference.
And then and then you had Bears splitting and I had us losing to the Falcons, and I have us sweeping the Bears.
Okay. All right. Hopefully things look up for us. And now we
Yeah,
have
man.
the Falcons
so.
guy to see how many of those he agrees with me.
We do, but I'm not gonna start with the Falcons.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. You know, I'm a big presentation guy. I got this look
Yes,
nice
sir.
and neat. Nice, and you guys did it, but you know, I come prepared.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much already did this. I'm gonna do this rapid fire. Win, loss.
Wait. Can you read them? Read them for the
Winning
audio.
at home. Oh, I got you. Week 1, we're gonna get the dub against the Cardinals. Week 2, we'll win against the Raiders. Week 3 and week 4 is gonna be L to the Bills and the Seahawks. Those are both away games. First 2 are at home. Week 5, I'm gonna do a win against Denver just because it is in SoFi.
Okay, and just once again for the audio listeners, this is the Chargers. This is not the Falcons. Because at first I thought Falcons, and then you said you're not doing that one first. I looked and I'm like, he's clicking on the Chargers. No. All right, my bad.
You already beat up on my Falcons enough, so we're gonna give them a break right now. Week 6 is gonna be a loss to the Chiefs. That is my bad, wrong one. Loss to the Chiefs. That is in Arrowhead. Ain't no way but to win that one. Then we got the bye. Coming right off the bye, they gotta go against big bad back Matty. Yeah, that's gonna be an L on our part there. Week 9, I also think they're gonna take a L to the Texans. Unfortunately,
really,
I cannot unsee that playoff performance.
That's what I was thinking.
And I don't see the Texas defense falling back at all. I think if anything, they got better. It's just the CJ Stroud losing the game.
Man, so if you could have texted us this, bro, this looks cool as hell.
Pretty sure. Well, no, I didn't text you. I did told you what it was, but y'all probably weren't paying attention.
Yeah, probably not.
Anyway, week 10. It's all good. We gotta get back the winning way, so I do think we're going to beat the Ravens. Then we got week 11, a win at the Jets, win at the Patriots. We're going to take the L against week 13 to the Buccaneers. Whoops. There we go. Week 14, we smacking the Raiders again. Week 15, that's going to be an L to the 49ers. Week 16, win against the Dolphins. Week 17, we're getting that get back with the Chiefs. They always play them tough, so I'm going to get them a win. Once again, in Denver, in December, that's going to be an L. So I got them going 11-6.
Brother.
Okay.
2 things real quick before you switch this.
Yep.
1, this is one of the hardest schedules I've seen, like especially right in the middle.
Yeah, theirs is tough.
That Buffalo to San Francisco stretch, or actually just to the Chiefs at the end of the season. I mean,
after week 2.
Yes, it's really bad.
Yes.
I also
and it sucks, but
yeah. Personally, I think that I don't see them sweeping Kansas. I don't see them sweeping Kansas City. I don't know which one it's going to be. Maybe the second one after.
I don't have them sweeping.
He doesn't have them sweeping.
It's split.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, I read that wrong.
It's lost in Kansas City, but winning at home week 17.
Okay, and then the other one is.
I guess I shouldn't have a sweep. The Texans one.
I think they're going to lose to the Seahawks week 4.
Oh, my bad. Actually, that's supposed to be an L.
I think you said that. I think you said that too.
Oh, my bad.
No, I think you said that too.
Did.
Yeah, okay.
I think you did.
Okay.
So 10-7 in the final.
Especially,
they
them
another wild card slot. Frick.
I mean, I think they're going to be good, but that's just a daunting schedule.
That is terrible.
You look at who the Packers and the Lions play, and then you look at this.
Yeah. I'll take it, bro.
Crazy.
I will take it. After our 2026 schedule, I will take this all day.
Because knowing the Chargers by week 3 through 6, probably a tackle going to be injured for the season.
Yeah.
So, they're already going to lose that.
Joe Alt's going to.
Some greasy going to happen.
Yep, mess something up.
I still think 10-7. It's like a rough good. If they make the playoffs and they can make some noise, I think as
they'll be
time
battle
goes on,
tested.
that team will get better.
They'll be very battle tested. But if they can get to the playoffs, they are somebody to watch out for because of who they're facing leading up to it. Those last 14 games are insane.
Can I say something else too, real fast, to go along with what Kyle's saying? The entire last season, I called the Patriots frauds. And was proven right, but about who they played, I'm looking at this schedule and I'm looking at the Lions and the Packers. I can't say that if they go out here and have these 4 losses, dog. I can't say that we're gonna be as tested as this Chargers team.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't say that,
No,
man. I don't know.
absolutely.
We might
No,
send
that-
3 teams to the playoffs and lose 2 of them in wild card weekend, dog.
I know. That literally happened to us when we did take 3 teams. I think we did lose. Was it? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. When we took us Vikings, and Packers, we
No. The Vikings lost
Yeah.
wild card weekend. The other 2 both won 1. They lost in back-to-back weeks to San Francisco.
Well, yeah, no. The next season when the Lions lost to the Commanders, the Vikings lost to the Rams.
Oh, and the Packers lost to the Eagles. The year
Eagles,
after that.
that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like everybody was gone.
All right, Toph. New York Giants.
Y'all done rambling over there now?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Now we got real America's team.
Oh my God.
The New York Giants. Man, on paper, I absolutely love this team. But their schedule is greasy. And do them no kind of favors. We're gonna start off week 1 in New York. I don't know if it's Monday night, Sunday night, prime time game, don't matter. Giants think they win against the Cowboys in New York. Dart is gonna have a darty party. Week 2, boy, that's tough. In LA against the Rams, that's a hot L.
Yeah.
Week 3 against Cam Ward. He's on the Ozempic. He said, he's getting nice and lean, so he can get up some better cardio. Don't matter. They still gonna catch that L. So I got them winning against the Titans. We're going to beat the Cardinals week 4. But actually had them winning against the Commanders in week 5. So start off a nice, healthy 4-1. Week 6, got them beating. We getting shucked tonight.
Yes, sir.
Tonight. Week 7, yeah, we taking the L against the Texans. It's just that defense, man.
So much respect.
But yeah, like I said, that doesn't matter. I guess it does matter, but a very good defense is really hard to beat. Dart, it's his sophomore year. He might have a sophomore slump. Anytime you got a defense that historically could be one of the best of all time, I'm sorry, I got to take that defense. Hopefully I'm wrong and they actually win. Week 9, this is in Philly, off the bye. They're taking that L. Eagles, I got them winning. I do not think you're going to sweep the Commanders. So that's a 2-game slide, off the bye. All hell is breaking loose down here in New York. I also
man, the
think
media's
Commanders
going
are
crazy.
Towards the end of the season, I think the Commanders are going to be riding high. I'm really high. So I'm showing some sleepers here. Antonio Williams and Katron Allen. I do think Katron hopefully will be the starting running back for that team towards the back half. I know they got Rashad White, and sadly I think they still got Bill, but that boy is trash. So Bill better not see the field. But I think Commanders will be a very good team. Jaguars. Everybody thinks the Jaguars might have a down year. I got them taking the L. This is in New York. We got to get some wins coming off that bye. They're going to be on Harbaugh's head. The Colts, the team that I said, I remember this vividly last year. Doe said, you have any doubts against the Colts? I said, hell no. I got no worries about that team. That was an all-time blunder. So the Colts, they're going to get that win in Indy for Miss Carly Gordon. They're going to get her right.
All right.
Week 13, we got the 49ers. Sadly, that's another L. Week 14 against the Seahawks. That is also an L.
I was going to say, give him that third one.
Now,
Week
15,
3-week losses in a row.
it's getting greasy out here, man. That schedule ain't got no favors.
Hey,
Week 15,
Go ahead.
the Browns, always going to be the Browns. We're going to get that win back in there. Get back against the Lions. I think not. Lions going to get that win. Week 17. This is in Big D. Pause. You're not sweeping the Cowboys. Cowboys going to get that win. Now, week 18. Ain't got nothing to play for but your pride. Eagles going to rest the starters. I'm going to take the Giant. Sadly, this is 8 and 9. Also, I did a little bit of revision My first one had them 10-7. But after hearing news about Malik Neighbors, that knee still looking bad, I'm sorry, but that gets me even more worried there. So
Hold on, leave it up.
I got a couple more L's there. You want to say something?
You know how sad it is to go into a bye, have 2 weeks to come out the bye, and still get your ass whooped.
No.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick too.
Yeah.
They just extended Joe Sheen.
I saw that. I said, okay.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
Yep.
The way he's drafted
and
free agency, fire. Putting the team together, maybe not re-signing people, doing some contracts. It's bad, but talent-wise, he has some talent.
Can you go 8-9 and keep your job?
I mean, he just got re-signed, so I guess that means he got to keep his job.
Yep, unless they get the number 1 or number 3 overall draft pick next year, he's fine. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, him getting Jackson Dart probably saved his job.
Jackson Dart, Scatterboo.
If he would have fumbled that Malik. One, it would have been bad.
I think the vibes were so high over there because of Scatterboo and Dart. It was they felt so good. They were like, "Hey, we can just throw Dayball under the bus and just keep it pushing."
100%. And you have Neighbors, and you have Saquon, the guys that
when is Neighbors gonna make? That's the question.
Great question. I need to know for my fantasy team.
And me and you both.
My dynasty, yeah. Let me just say this real quick, really, really, really quick. We're not going to do it on this episode, this bonus episode. It's not the point of this, what we're doing here. But the full-length episode that we are doing as well, I'm not sure which one is dropping first. But the closest video you see to the one that you're watching right now, if you want to see us talk about this Jackson Dart and the political stuff, tap into the other episode. We're going to talk about it.
Yes, sir. Okay, we saved the best for last from the D
worst
to the
for last.
Down there in a hot Atlanta, Magic City, Lemon Pepper Lou, where all the Jets come and play. We got the Atlanta Falcons, my favorite team. Let's go ahead and kick this off. So on my first one, I had them going 11-6. Now I'm going to kind of redo this on the fly. It could stay the same. I could change it up. Week 1, on the road against the Steelers, we got Aaron Rodgers' last dance. Aaron Rodgers notoriously known for losing that first game of the season, and it's going to continue.
Time out. Did you see what happened the last time Tua played that Steelers defense? He looked like a 5th grader. He looked like a 5th grader who got brought up to play against that defense. He looked like
this is nice and warm. This is not Pittsburgh in the snow. So they're going to be good.
This is week 1.
If he going to have a chance.
Hey, right here. I'll write it down if you accept this. I got $20 on this game.
Let's go. Lock it in, Kyle. Write it down.
Put your hand up, Toph.
Notarizing it.
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Let's keep this thing moving and shaking. Week 2 against the Panthers. It's another win. We all said it. I agree with them. Week 3, that's going to be an L against the Packers. I don't see no way and chance we going to win that game, unfortunately. Week 4 against the Aints. I'm taking the win.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to split this one, but I think we're going to win early. We're probably going to lose later.
Damn.
Even though last one's it's in the dome. I don't know. I had them losing. Week 5 against Lamar, who should have been a Falcon. Falcons, we do not lose at home. I'm taking us against the Ravens. Week 6 against Caleb. That's an L, even though it's at home. That's the light-skinned bandit. He's probably going to give us that work. Also, if James Pierce does not play this year, we really going to be struggling.
True.
Getting up the quarterback. He's a big, big part of the team. Week 7 against the Niners. 3-game home streak. We getting back to it. Let me get that win. Week 8 down in Raymond James Stadium. It'd be hot. People out there throwing up. That's an L. I'm going to take the Buccaneers for that one. Week 9 against Joe Burrow. Surprisingly, I'm going to give him the win. Getting back to it. It's at home. There's probably going to be a loss, but, I'm going to hope. Week 10, last time this man got away with crime against the Falcons. He ain't getting away with it this time. I'm taking the win against the Chiefs.
All right.
Week 12, coming off the bye, we got the Vikings, Skull Vikings at home. I'm taking us. I don't care.
8-3. 8-3.
Now, week 13, I never said we don't lose at home. The Lions, they've had our number, and they're going to continue to have that number.
All right.
Lions, they going to whoop us.
We disagreed on that one, but I ain't going to bet you because I want the Lions to do it. But
it could be a trap game, but when I just look at the Lions' talent, it is very hard for me to go against that.
Yeah.
Especially later on the road, you know, who's playing quarterback? It might be Michael Penix at this time. Tua against Aiden Hutchinson. I don't like them odds right there.
That's true.
I ain't going to lie to you.
That's
So
true.
it's the last person in the pocket coming down. Week 14, this could be Shador. It could be Massage Parlor. Don't matter. You getting the win. Week 15, I literally just said I think the Commanders by this time are going to kick it on. And unfortunately, that's going to be an L for us. I said already, I don't think that we're going to. Actually, you know what? I should have flipped this.
You still can.
I am going to flip it.
So
there we go. We're still going to beat them, but
Bucks and then win.
Yeah, so they won the Bucks back in week 8. It was in Raymond James Stadium. I'm going to flip it. So we're going to lose on the road, but we're going to get back in week 16 at home.
I
the
can see that.
They play us really well. Like I said, I think this team also is on the rise. So I'm going to get the Saints. Unfortunately, they're going to beat us at home. Then week 18, we got another split against Carolina. Unfortunately, I got to take the Panthers in them. So that ends us at 10-7. It started out so good. It all came down crumbling.
And knowing y'all's division, you'll probably get the 4 seed. So, you know, you'll get the division win and the 4 seed.
I don't think that you will beat both the Ravens and the Bengals.
Probably not, but you know, realistically, I think the Bengals one could be a loss because that offensive firepower is tough, but
I see it the other way around. I think that your defense, if you were going to win one, I think you win the Bengals. Your defense bullies Joe Burrow's offensive line, but I don't think that Tua or Penix is doing anything to the Ravens.
Why?
I don't know if you know, but you remember the game Jamar Chase had on A.J. Terrell?
Yes.
Yeah, lit us up, but now we got A.J. Terrell Jr.
True.
He locking that up. The Terrell boys in town.
Yeah. Even though A.J. Terrell was
all that up.
First rounder, his brother was a second rounder.
If little A.J. Terrell was taller than he was, he'd have been a first rounder. That boy's got heart.
That's true.
So we getting our get back.
Okay. I do love that they drafted him. They got
I do too.
The two
the Georgia boys. The boys are back in town. And that is Toph's unbiased rankings right there. Maybe a little bit of bias showed right there, but
it's all right.
We came back around full circle.
I think you could interchange a couple of those. I don't think 10-7's out of the realm for the Falcons.
I had 11-6 at first. It's actually worse than what I had before. So
yeah, I could see them taking the division next year. That'd be fun. See the Falcons back in the playoffs.
Falcons always blow agains if they shouldn't.
Yes, they do.
What's going to happen? So
do the Bucks though. That's like what both of those teams have done for the last 3 years. But
that's the South for you,
brother. They have the worst quarterback in that division, no matter which one it is.
You know, not well.
If
I'm sorry, I'm still not a Bryce guy.
If Tua couldn't be good with Mike McDaniels, what the hell you think is going to happen over with Raheem Morris?
He was good.
Or Morris is gone. I'm sorry. Raheem Morris is fired. Who's there now?
Yeah. Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski won't get
quarterback whisperer right there.
I hate Stefanski, but
quarterback whisperer.
He does what he's got to do.
His mood immediately changed. He was like, shit.
I hate Stefanski, but he can't coach. He just rubs me the wrong way at times.
I hear that.
But he could do it. Now, I don't love any of our quarterbacks, but I think they could get the job done.
It's a change.
We don't have an option.
Yeah, it's a change that you guys needed, and he was kind of the only right answer.
The only thing I do like is Tua in a dome.
Yeah.
That's the saving grace.
Yeah.
And in the South, other than Carolina, where it rains like crazy, he's playing the dome at our place. He's playing in the dome for
New
the
Orleans.
Saints. And Raymond James is hot. You might get a rainy game there as well, too, which if it does, we're probably cooked. But most of the games in the division are going to have good weather.
I think that you guys should have gone after Kyler. You should have gone after Malik Willis. I think that Tua is going to be a slow bleed for you. I do agree that Stefanski can coach. I do think that you guys have a good defense.
Do you think Kyler's a Stefanski guy, though?
I think that Tua
I don't think
sucks
so.
at playing quarterback.
Like, I'm not going to this up. There's a lot of bad ones out there.
I think that Tua fucking sucks at playing quarterback. Like that's where I'm at. Like
I think he's limited. I'm not gonna say that he sucks.
Bro, he had one good season out of his entire tenure with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. He is a fucking god awful quarterback. That's where I'm at with
how many god awful quarterbacks there are, though.
This last season, I know where Spencer's brain goes, as I've argued with him many a times, and I know he's talking. He's talking very recent. He's talking this
Rodgers
season,
or Tua,
and it's been terrible.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
I'm gonna take
absolutely.
I'm gonna take.
I'm not taking Rodgers.
Absolutely. For how long? For a year?
The season.
Rodgers,
he probably not gonna last a season.
He made the playoffs.
He's one sack away.
Rodgers went to the division. You say he's on sack away. He played in the division with Myles Garrett, with Trey Benson or Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Benson.
Trey
found a way to get back in.
He played in the division with Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, and the Ravens defense. Made the playoffs with DK Metcalf and 2 screen running backs. You give him Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts. Fuck you, nigga. Aaron Rodgers might win that fucking division by a mile. I would love, because I don't ever root on a player's downfall, except potentially maybe one we're going to talk about in a few minutes on the actual podcast.
Golf.
But no, I want Goff to do well. No,
doesn't feel like it.
I don't really root badly against anyone. I would love for Tua to go and have a career revitalization. But based off what I've seen, that nigga is not a starting quarterback. He's not even probably better than half of the backup quarterbacks. I'd rather have motherfucking a lot of backups over him. I think he's ass.
Whoa, name three. Name three.
Hold on.
3 backups?
Yes.
Backups?
That are better than Tua.
Yes, I would love to hear it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you motherfucking, who's the old guy from the Bengals?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco?
Okay.
Can't even name him, but go ahead.
I mean, bro, you put me on the spot. I'm thinking of 32 teams right now. Hold on a second.
Though.
Huh?
You're the one that said it.
Okay, so
you thought you had your backup quarterbacks lined up. Hold on.
You said half the league.
Can I give you my list? Joe
Flacco. Give him time to think.
Justin Fields.
Oh no. You did not just say Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields.
That one's tough for me. I'd say I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Russell Wilson.
No. Yeah, I'm out of here now. Yeah,
I think
I'd rather have Tua than Russell Wilson.
Ain't no way.
All day.
And there's more than
I
think there's more than I'm forgetting about too. I think we got some decent guys that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. You've got guys too that should be backups that are fucking got starting jobs too, like Jacoby Brissett. I'd rather have him.
You'd rather have Brissett than Tua?
I'd put Brissett in starter territory. I know he's a backup, but I think he plays every time I see him play.
Motherfucker, give me 18 games of Josh Dobbs, bro.
Hey, you know what?
That's crazy.
We haven't seen that, so I will join that train with you. I would not be mad at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Justin Fields
cannot
be worse than Justin Fields for 18.
Give me fucking Zach Wilson. I'm just kidding. Zach Wilson is
Hold on.
I'm kidding. Zach Wilson couldn't beat him out over there, but
hey, to me, Teddy Bridgewater is the best backup in the league right now.
I'm on Zach.
Zach
Wilson. Hey. Go ahead.
And I
got all the New York on right now.
I would rather have Teddy Bridgewater as my backup, which we do, thank God, than Tua because of who he is in the locker room. But if we're talking skill and who's going to get out there, and I don't know. I mean, under this system, I think Teddy could get out there and get some wins for the Lions. But he's just a smarter quarterback, whereas I think Tua has raw talent. He's just got nothing left going on up here. I mean, he's throwing the ball straight to linebackers on short slants that are double covered, and it's just like, yeah, he has been playing terribly. So I see where you're coming from.
Here's because we got to wrap this up, so you guys can respond to this if you want to. Here's the last thing I'm going to say about this. This is probably one of the strongest takes that one of the most dug in strongest takes I've ever had in this podcast. I think that there's ways that you can have. I think there's ways that you can have an offense that isn't flashy due to being good with low weapons. Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers last year, it looked like shit, but it was Aaron Rodgers knowing exactly what I have to do and what not to do. And so we're still going to get it done. It looks awful, but it's still masterful execution of bad weapons.
Right.
I think that the Falcons will win games despite Tua. I think that they will still win. Right. I think that they will win games, but I think that they're dragging Tua. Tua is not helping them fucking lift. It's like, God damn, Tua threw 3 fucking picks, but our defense is them. So we fucking won the game 9-6. Like, that's what I'm expecting the whole season from the Falcons at. And so we can look back on this. I could be wrong. And if I am, then I'll be very wrong because I'm dug in. But I also might be right, and Tua looks fucking terrible, and he's out of the league after this season.
Yeah, that's fair. You could be right. Or he's holding the clipboard at the least. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, look, I guess anything can happen. We've seen the highs from Tua, and all it takes for a player that's been trending downward is the right system, the right coach, the right person in their ear to flip them back to who they were. And I mean, most of those people trying to do that didn't have 3 or 4 concussions before it, but I don't think it's out of we're way more likely to see a Tua comeback versus a massage parlor comeback or anything like that. So this is comeback player of the year territory right now. He has the opportunity to go and kind of rewrite his legacy as a number 1 pick that seemingly is a fail.
And there's been a lot of quarterbacks that have done that in the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Toph, anything to add about your boy?
All I know is I've seen Tua do some magic in our stadium back down in Alabama. So I'm just going to hope that, he still has that same smell, give him that same locker that he sat down in before he took the field. I need all that back in there because I got the faith in. I ain't saying he going to light it up, but I think he's going to do all right. And that's all that we need. Give me Jared Goff. I don't need a force multiplier. Hand that ball off to 7. Throw that ball to number 5. And throw that ball to 17. Mm-hmm. And number 8. That's all I need.
I like that.
All right. Hey, we're going to find out. Week 1 and week 18, Toph and I going to have some interesting stuff to revisit. All right, y'all. That is all the time that we've got for this special bonus episode. Check us out every Monday and Wednesday for live episodes, Wednesday's live episodes, Monday's recorded episodes. But we will see you the next time you see us. Peace.
Peace.